I was a young man, my grandmother lived about 2 streets down, and when we came to downtown, it was to go to one particular store. That was the only store we'd ever go in, and as soon as we were done in that store, we turned around and we went back home. Because as the sun set downtown here, you really didn't want to be out and about. In 1987 and 1988, when this area was downtrodden, you can imagine, bringing your local banker down here and try to explain to him how you want to revitalize one of these buildings. It's Knackle's Bakery. Been a bakery on this same street literally almost 100 years. They were one of the tenants that kind of hung in and stayed in the downtown area even when times were really tough. It also doesn't hurt they have the best donuts in the state, in my opinion. Raven's Nest Coffee Shop there on the corner, that building actually used to have a live tree growing out of it. Our mayor has his own unofficial office outside of Raven's Nest, so if you can't find him in his office, usually he's down at the coffee shop.
People's perception who have not been there for a while is that it is sort of this dusty, little quiet town with closed up shops and all. And when you go there now, I don't think there is a vacancy available.
It wasn't just local business folks who put money together. It was a group effort with town, county officials, and these entrepreneurs. It makes me smile every day. And I get the benefit of being able to walk up and down these streets every day dealing with the clients and people that I do business with.
I love history, and these buildings sort of tell these stories about what used to be here. And it's so much fun and so gratifying to see those stories, get retold and use the buildings as kind of a window to the past. The inventory of buildings down here was really phenomenal. In 2000, there was nothing going on in any of them. And what I liked about it was the opportunity to do something not just in one building, but in an entire neighborhood. That's a really unique opportunity that just doesn't present itself. This building where Demolition Coffee was, it was actually once known as the Southern Express building. So when I bought it, it was 3 walls and a bunch of char. Down the street, we have an old millwork building, and that's actually where I live now. We also have old cotton, tobacco, and peanut warehouses that all stretch down Bank Street. I'm the kind of person that likes to, find opportunity in quirky places that other people aren't, paying that much attention to, but that obviously have a lot of potential. It was fun and really challenging, and we're still in the middle of it, and I hope it all works out in the end, but I believe that it will. We've shown that we can be successful. We've created a market, and we're starting to see tenants that want to be here and want to be part of it.
There's something magical about this place.
I love seeing people walking with their dolls, walking by.
It's kind of funny because when I was moving here from Virginia Beach, people said, "What are you going to do up there?"
We have fantastic restaurants here in Onancock. We have so many local farms around here that will bring their ingredients to the tables, and then we're right here on the water.
We're 4.5 miles in from the bay here. There'll be anywhere from 10 to 20 kayaks of people, and we share food and a little glass of wine and watch the sun go down. Just absolutely beautiful. We have a live playhouse. You know all the players who are standing in front of you, so it could be the guy that just put the tires on your car in the morning, and now he's here in the evening. Downtown, it's in need of an uplift, and we all recognize that. historic Onancock School. It's a 1921 building that's on 13.5 acres of property. Goes back several hundred years. So we see that project as a potential vital boon to the town as a community and cultural center.
I see a future with past and present being involved.
In a small town, you can get a nucleus of folks together and all of a sudden, you know, things start clicking.
Abingdon's Main Street is the essence of Abingdon. It's old buildings and it's tree-lined streets. It's just a very pretty place.
We have a tremendous number of artisans and musicians that prefer to be in this area because it does feel like this is where you're supposed to be.
They're really doing what they've always done all of their lives. Making quilts to keep themselves warm, making stained glass to have something beautiful to look out of their window. And now they're getting a little bit of appreciation for what they make and a little bit of money in their pocket at the same time.
Heartwood is a place and a vision. It does seem to give you that feel of we're going to make this happen and we're going to be successful because we all care.
You know, it's in small towns all throughout Southwest Virginia, not just artisans, not just musicians. It's the people who have made businesses in town because of their passion.
We have a tremendous number of individuals who have started a business or who have taken the business that they have and expanded it out, and they're running for town councils, they're volunteering in organizations that they would have never volunteered in, and all of that comes back to them being a business owner, them wanting to make their community vital.
We're a combination specialty retailer, cafe, and a bit of a beer garden during the warmer months. People really crave that. There's so much of Generica, where it's all generic, and this is a place where there are independent businesses that are interesting and creative and different than any place else.
I think one of the beautiful things about Staunton is they've been at this for a long time. George Bauer's Grocery was actually one of the first, excitingly enough. 4 years later, we've really grown into watching them be a community gathering place. We now host training events, social gatherings, entrepreneurial networking events.
And what was really interesting to me is that Staunton was so tiny, but had the same walk score as our neighborhood in New York City, meaning there were just as many coffee shops, things to do.
Actually, just the smallness is one of the things that I love best. This is a scale in which we can build something beautiful and human and that is based on community.
And here, you know, we've got our local eggs, local cheeses. People can see how supporting our shop supports other businesses and people beyond just our shop. And I think that it's really cool and critical that people understand that they do have the power to start their own business.
Of all the things that we do, of all the different tools and programs, the biggest effect we see is when someone walks through the door and says, I have a great idea, I was told to come here, I think we can do this.